Yeah.
So, for the viewers, can you give us a little bit of background of who you were, what you did before you discovered the power of coaching?
Well, I actually started my journey into coaching 7 years ago when I was running a wonderful school called Girls Prep, and I have to give a shout out to one of my teammates, Linda Mardones, who reached out to me not long before I got on this call, and hopefully the bags from the boo-hooing have calmed down because she just shared such a powerful thing about my impact on her, and I just was just overwhelmed with joy and gratitude that she shared with me, and I felt um, it just reaffirmed for me why I'm stepping into this work, or why I have stepped into it firmly. So 7 years ago, I started a different coach program, but I told myself that I was too busy to finish it, even though I was very interested in the work and felt like it was aligned with what my purpose was. But I was in this narrative of just not having enough time and having too much work to do. And so March 15th of last year, I closed down my first startup, or my third startup. And at that point, I took a step back and I said, there's a pattern here of the choices that I'm making, and the choices I'm making aren't serving me, and being the source of those choices, I get to take a step back and figure out the why. And really, I'm not going back to work until I can figure out my purpose. And so, I wasn't sure if I was going to say this, but I'm like, I think it's World Mental Health Day. And so I think it's important for me to share. Like, I stepped into therapy and I said, I think there are patterns. I want to understand, like, why I'm making the choices I'm making, because I know they're rooted in a lot of stuff from my past that I get to sit with and really explore. And that was a really important time for me, and my therapist kept saying, Shamis, you have to stop doing and you have to start being. And intellectually, I understood what he was saying. I'd started studying, reading and about mindfulness and meditation. I took a meditation course. This is like 3 or 4 years ago. But I had a hard time like really understanding what it meant to embody those practices. But once I actually got some support in therapy and then stepped into like a mindfulness community of people who were also trying to connect or working to connect with their greatness, things just really started coming together for me. And I was it's still in the process of like figuring out, well, what do I step into? What do I step into? And my husband, I credit him for saying, because I almost signed up again for the coach program that I'd started 7 years ago. And he said, just be clear on why you're picking this program and why this is the right time for you. And I'm so glad that I waited, because I then found our coaching program that is rooted in mindfulness and the study of beingness and the interconnectedness of humanity with the world. And it just really resonated for me that I get to do this work, and my purpose is clear. Like, I get to support people as they connect to their greatness, and that's people as they step into organizations. So I'm coaching into well-being, and so much of the work that we're doing is rooted in operating from a place of well-being, and I coach into it because I've struggled with it. And so when my clients are talking about what they're experiencing, I'm not looking through the lens of thinking about my own experience in the moment, but I'm connecting with the fact that, like, I understand their struggle, and I get to support them with that, and it's my joy to be doing that work.